oh Lord, I need you to help us. I just had my throat cut, and I thank God for being able to at least say that. So I come today with a smile on my face about my brother Leroy, Roy Alexander, Tommy Johnson, Shirley Johnson, Yvonne Johnson, Mama Vera. I was the babysitter. No, he just reminded me in front of everybody that I babysat her. I babysat Shantae and Melissa before you were even here. So see, I knew Dad when he had that burgundy Riviera with sparkles in it. Before it was black on black. Helen, you and I go from kindergarten to today. So through the entire family, I learned to skate through the Johnson family. I learned the city of Windsor through the Johnson family. I learned to dress with my earrings through the Johnson ladies. And I knew how to act like a lady because of your mother. She wouldn't allow me to come to Inkster and act any other way. So I want to say thank you. He lived a beautiful life. He has beautiful children and family. We all have things that we've done. And I just want to thank God for allowing him to be in our life for the amount of time that we've had him. I'm praying for everyone. Stay strong, stay encouraged, and stay connected. This is the one thing that will tear people apart. So please, keep God first and hold each other's hand no matter what.
Let everyone say amen. Amen. To the pastor, to the family, my family. Two quick things. My father is my everything. But when your father has a hero that he looks up to, then you know that person is special. And my father's hero, besides his dad, was his big brother, my Uncle Leroy. And for me, he was a superhero. I mean, if you knew my Uncle Leroy back in the day, small, 400 pounds big, I mean, he reminded me of Popeye. He was just that great, that awesome, that understanding. And it's one thing he always had for us way back on Brayburn Circle when it was only a few of us running around and we stayed here and there. It's all about family. And that's what I need us to stress, is it's all about family. I've buried 4 people since December in my family, both sides. It's time for us to get it together. The things that's in the past is in the past. And whatever they've ingrained in us is what we need to stand for. So the family is all here. Let's keep it together. I see it all day in my cousin Zantai. You can see Uncle Leroy all up in that boy from A to Z. He's all about family, and that's all we're about. So I need us to be there and just to love each other, to stick with each other, and not just say it in words, but actually do it. Because, again, I buried 4 people within the last 2.5 months. And we always say what we want to do and what we're supposed to do. It's time for us to start doing it. So Uncle Leroy was the one that had us on those trips and family things. It's time for us to take it up and get it together. So you will see me on your phone. You will see me calling you. We'll see me bugging you. If you don't get it, that's on you, but we will get it all together. Amen?
Amen.
My name is Howard Smith. I've been a neighbor of Leroy for over 35 years. We live right almost next door to each other. And I always call him myself, I call him cool, because Leroy was cool. You know, I saw him every day. Leroy was cool. In his talk, in his dress. You know, we didn't bother each other as neighbors, but we was neighbors. I know he was a foster parent, but you never knew that he was a foster parent because he kept everybody over there, he kept them under control. You didn't see him out in the streets acting no fool, you didn't even know how to see him. They was getting in the car. And that's been over all them years. He had one foster child that pretty got on my nerve. That was Buddha. Buddha come over my house, he wanted a pop. I used to give him, I said, man, you gotta bring $1 next time, man. So he still come over there and get him a pop. But Buddha would come over there at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, just sit down on my couch. We walk up and watch a movie together. He'll get up and leave, you know. He'll tell me about what's going on in the house. He never gave any bad reports. So everything was cool over there. He was cool. He was cool. When I first moved out there in '79, it's Christmas time, he had his house decorated. I said, my house gonna look like that one of these days. And if you look in your bulletin, that picture in there, you know, with the house with all the lights around it, that was his house. And from that time on, I have decorated my house since that time up to this year the same way. My kids tell me, you better stay up on that roof, you're gonna fall. But he did that. And I said, one more thing, I want to get all them cars in my driveway. You know, and I got almost there. But every time I almost got there, one of my grandchildren would get in high school and get their driving license and they come and get one. So I never did make it there, you know what I mean? But Leroy was an outstanding neighbor. We never had any beef. He was the kind of neighbor that you would want to have. Even with all of the foster kids, that, like I said, there wasn't no problem at all. I had kids too, so the neighborhood was safe. It is still safe. And I thank God that God sent me. As a matter of fact, I'm from LaGrange, Georgia. I was born in LaGrange, Georgia, in Footlights. But Leroy was from LaGrange, Georgia. And that was a coincidence. When I got married, I didn't know that, but my wife was from LaGrange, Georgia. So it all hooked up. But I'm going to miss Leroy. And like I said, he was a good neighbor, and you should wish that you had a neighbor like Leroy, because he was cool. Thank you. And I just felt a family. Look to the hills which come to your help. All your help comes from God, you know, both from heaven and earth. Because right now you need that strength to carry on. And one thing about it, it's a good time to come together and show love, because we don't have too much time on this earth. And don't hate nobody. Hate is bad. It's worse for the person that do the hating than the person being hated. So if you want to have some peace of mind, learn how to love. Thank you.
Amen. Let's give everybody a hand for blessings. At this time, we're going to ask that the undertakers will come down and we're going to prepare for the closing of the casket. You can open the doors now, Dr. Preacher. That foolishness is gone. Not because of the individual, but because of the power of God in here. Keep the doors open. Everybody need to hear a word from the Lord. We're going to ask that the wife and the children would come, just the wife and children. Everybody just allow for the wife and children to assist the CNH, please.